Alright, so I just wanted to make a quick video on what I was doing with this because I really didn't like the soft shot kit from FreeFlow. There's slight subtle differences between the bolt guide. There's a little way that it cups at the bottom here. The width seems about the same. There's a little less metal here on the lip. And then this chamber is significantly more open to allow for this 3D printed proprietary O-ring that they have on here. I was able to remove it without it tearing, but I feel like it did stretch out a little bit. This is just the FreeFlow guide without the proprietary O-ring. I liked the way that these holes were smoothed out a little bit for airflow. They're beveled on the edge. And I liked the way that these airflow chambers are significantly more streamlined as compared to this one. And granted, I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make in practice, but you can see the ramps there at the bottom and they kind of cone in and there's a little bit of a lip there. So I figure smoother airflow here, smoother airflow through here. I don't know if that gap is going to make a big difference on the bolt guide. But I did want to just make a quick update because I was really not a big fan of the way that it was shooting. It definitely got worse the more restrictive it was. And the O-ring itself with how thick it is on the walls, even when you do have it completely open, it doesn't sit flush. So it still blocks like a good bit of that open chamber, even when you have it completely open. So it still is restricting airflow even when you only have it, or even when you do only have it completely open. The other thing was, I know there were some people who were having difficulty or just general understanding of how to separate these because there's not too much information. And I don't think the guide includes it because there's no reason to ever separate them if you're not changing the parts out. It does require a wrench set, both standard and metric. Requires both. You can do it hand tight, and then it's a 9 on the bottom, and then it's a 1/4 here, and then just gonna do a little bit of hand tightening with the wrenches just to make sure that it does not unscrew. There is an O-ring in there to keep friction, but that's essentially how you would remove it or put it back together. Again, it's a 9 here on the bottom of the valve stem. And then for the valve guide, or the valve, I guess it's also the valve stem, you need a 1/4 standard. So a 9mm metric and then a 1/4 standard here. I'm gonna do some more shooting with this, the way that it sits. I wanted to see if it's going to be a little bit better or slightly more responsive. It seems like it was machined a little bit better. There's a lot of parts that are a lot smoother on this bolt guide than there are on the stock one. So I just wanted to make a quick update video just to kind of showcase what I'm doing at this moment with the gun, and then I'll definitely report back on the findings and the testings and what I discovered with it. I did also want to independently test the spring just to see how that holds up. I will be bringing this to the field with me just in case I need to swap it back out, but I really don't think, I think this is going to work well. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't, because it's very, very similar, except that this chamber is really, really, really big. So that may cause some turbulence with the way that the air is moving, but I don't know. I also imagine a lot of it is going out, directionally speaking, but like I said, I'm gonna do some testing. I'm gonna find out. I just wanted to make a really quick video on how to separate those two halves because I know that's a common question. And then additionally, what I didn't really like about the FreeFlow soft shot kit was mainly that it just makes the gun kick really bad. And then the more that you turn this and make it more restrictive, i.e. more of a softer shot. It ended up getting harsher and kickier. It didn't, I mean, it sounded maybe a little bit softer, but to be honest, it felt really, really rough. So I'm gonna do some more testing. I'll keep reporting back. And then I'm gonna do a maintenance series at some point here soon. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or, you know, in any particular way that you're looking to see this combination in action, I can definitely test it. I wanna get some shooting footage of the 3 different bolts because I received the FreeFlow bolt recently as well. The only difference between that one and the stock one is the 10-hole Venturi faced porting. And that, I'll just grab really quickly. Again, I think FreeFlow has slightly better maybe material and or machining and or both. The bolt feels a lot better than the stock one, so it might be a more premium aluminum. The design is the same. The holes are the same. There's no difference in sizing. It is a lot smoother through the holes. Like the bevels are a little bit better. It's not as sharp. I imagine it's kind of sharp inside as well. Can't really feel inside that much, but that feels pretty smooth. Just feels a little bit rougher. So really, like I said, the only main difference is that it's got the Venturi 10-hole bolt face. That is very smooth. I just put this V2 tip on for testing. Channels are identical. Again, the finish maybe is a little bit better. Yeah, so this is kind of where I'm sitting right now. I do like the Method bolt a lot, with the slight change in sound that it does add, and it is the only one of the 3 that is, I would say, the most different in the way that it's designed. Significantly different, I would say, I guess, timing, being that all of these holes are non-existent on the Method bolt. But I'm excited to test these 3. I'm excited to see if this makes us any sort of a difference. If it's at least the same, I'll just keep running it. And I imagine, like I said, I feel like it should be slightly better, so I did want to just test that. And this is kind of how it sits right now. I will catch you guys in the next one.